Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into a full hands-on review and demo of the Giraffe 360 Go Cam, a game-changing camera that's made big waves in the real estate and interior photography scene. So whether you're an estate agent, a property manager or photographer looking to simplify your workflow, this camera promises to deliver pro-level results with zero hassle. So without further ado, let's go. So in this video, I'll walk you through all the key features of the camera, give you a live demo and share my honest thoughts after using it out in the field. So stick around, this might just be the smartest camera you invest in this year. So what exactly is the Giraffe 360 Go Cam? It's a professional grade panoramic and 3D LiDAR scanning camera built specifically for the property market. Unlike traditional cameras, this thing is fully automated. You just set it on a tripod, press one button, and it captures everything. 360 virtual tours, HDR still photos, even floor plans, all in one shoot. It boasts a high-resolution 1-inch Sony Exmor CMOS sensor, resulting in stunning 20.4 megapixel images. It has a built-in LiDAR for detecting the room's dimensions and creating the floor plan. It's got a really sharp and articulating screen to control the camera and see your photos after they've been taken. And best of all, it uploads everything straight to the cloud, no editing, no stitching. You can just sit back and wait for the results. So let's break down the best features. So as I mentioned, you have one-touch operation. You literally press one button and it does the rest. It rotates itself and captures the full room automatically. You get high-quality still photos, beautifully exposed 20.4 megapixel HDR images. One thing that really stood out for me is just how clean the edits look and how they get the outdoor and indoor exposures just spot on. You could easily be mistaken that some of these images have been taken using a high-end DSLR or mirrorless camera with a flash. So it's perfect for providing real estate agents with amazing images for their listings on Rightmove or Zoopla, estate agency websites, and or MLS if you're based in the US. You get next level 360-degree tours. These tours aren't grainy, laggy walkthroughs. They're smooth, crystal clear, and totally immersive. You could compare this with other 360 property scanning cameras, but I feel that Giraffe have got a product here which is really unique, as not only does it do the 360 walkthrough, but it does it very well, and it will also cover the internal photos for you, which is a huge time saver. Instead of pulling stills from a 360 photos, which is far from ideal as they look too wide instead of being properly composed and shot at the correct focal length. There's also a clean looking floor plan in the bottom left hand corner of each 360 tour, showing you where you are currently and also giving people the option to jump to certain rooms. This rotates really cleanly when you're looking around the rooms, and in my opinion it's far better looking than a pixelated sort of doll's house that you get with other platforms. There's built-in floor plan creation, so thanks to the powerful and very accurate LiDAR sensor, the camera scans each space and delivers an accurate 2D floor plan automatically. You're also able to add your own agent's branding into the plans and do basic edits on room names and so forth. And finally, the cloud workflow. Everything uploads after the shoot. Photos, tours, and plans are processed overnight and ready for you the next morning, sometimes even faster. So without further ado, let's jump into a real-world demo so I can show you how this thing works. Okay, so here I am in my own living room, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to capture a space using the Giraffe 360 Go Cam. What we'll do, we'll just get it powered on, just hold the power button down, and then there we go, turning on. So what we'll do is we'll capture the full room here, really just to show you what the movement of the camera is like. And then we'll reel off a couple of still photos just so you can see that in action. And then we'll take a look at the results, including a few more rooms that I've done on a slightly larger tour when we take a look at the dashboard on the computer. So you can see that the screen has flipped out automatically, so you can adjust it. So you just move it like so you can adjust the angle of the screen. So the first step obviously is to place the camera on the tripod. It is a unique tripod to the camera. So if I just unscrew here, it's got a special connection on the top here, which is unique to the connection on the bottom of the camera. So you do have to use this tripod. But I'm going to click here, and there we go. You see the camera pops up at the top. The camera's facing me at the moment. This is just a test shoot, so it doesn't matter if I'm in the picture. But there we go. We can see that it's doing its scan. So it's using the LiDAR at the top here at the moment to scan the room, take all the measurements. If you do have things like alcoves, like in here, in between a fireplace, then it is worth doing 2 scans, just so the LiDAR can see each alcove. So the last step is just to let the camera rotate, do its thing. So what it's doing is it's basically taking photos of different angles of the room. It doesn't do a nadir shot, so it will stop at a certain point. You won't be able to look down, which some people may see as a negative. I don't really think it's a problem as long as it captures the ceiling, which it does. And there we go, it will beep to tell you that it's finished the shot. You then simply repeat this in every room you want to cover. Bearing in mind that, again, if you want to cover things like built-in wardrobes and cupboards and you want them included on the floor plan, then it's worth opening them and doing another scan in front of the wardrobe or cupboard so the software knows that they are there. So we can see a preview on the screen here, just there, and you just click done, and then you move on to your next spot. If you want to take a still photo, then simply all you do is you click still photo, and then it will come up on the screen here with a preview of what the camera can see. You've got a settings section here, so you can move the angle. You can see the automatic straightening preview, and then there's a timer as well, and you can also change the field of view. So you've got automatic, you've got 100 degrees, 110 degrees, or 115 degrees for a slightly wider view. And then you've also got grid lines, which you can turn on to compose your shot the way you want it. And then all you do is click the button and it will capture the photo for you. Easy as that. So as soon as you're done, all the files get uploaded to your online dashboard, and by the next morning, or as I said earlier, sometimes even quicker, you're ready to go. So let's take a quick look at the dashboard of Giraffe 360, and I'll show you what you can do with it. Okay, so here we are on the Giraffe 360 dashboard. You can see I've got a couple of projects that are live at the moment. I did one at Centre Parks when we went to stay there, and I've done one of the ground floor level of our home. So we're just going to go down the side here, just so I can show you. So we've got the projects tab. We've got users, so you can add multiple users or invite other users to collaborate with the projects. List of your cameras. Presets is really, really handy. So you can have global settings that you can set for your projects, and floor plans and virtual tours and everything. So if we go into still photos, for example, we can adjust sort of the styles. So we can say we want color boost, standard, balance, brightness. So yeah, there's lots of adjustments you can make, and you can even adjust them sort of manually as well, which is really good. And there's a separate setting for outdoor as well. So we could say gentle warmth if we want the images warmer, delicate cool and bright. That would probably be my sort of choice, as to say. And then if we close that down, we've got analytics, so we can see views on all of our tours. And you can also export those. So, if any of your clients are interested to see how many views your tours are getting, then you can do that. Leads is, I understand, is part of the Giraffe 360 Photographers Network, which I think is only available in the US at the moment. As far as I'm aware, they are going to be expanding that into other countries. And then we've got events. So again, I assume that links in with leads. So if you get a lead and it turns into a shoot, then it will show up in your events, and there's a referral section. And that's it. So let's click into the home one here. And you can see here that we have a floor plan that's been created. So we can click on that and we can view the floor plan. So we've got the entrance here. It's recognised that there's stairs. They recognise that there's a window here, door. It's very, very straightforward. Fireplace is in place as well. And you've got your dimensions listed on there. Then if we go back, we've got the virtual tour. So if I show you that, the quality of these tours is just incredible. I will put a link to this tour in the description below for you, so you can have a look in your own time. You'll notice up here that it has blurred out a couple of photos, but not this one. So if anything like that happens, just contact Giraffe, or you may even be able to do it yourself. I'm not sure. I haven't checked that. But so you can see the floor plan I mentioned earlier on. The floor plan moves with you, which I think is really, really nice. So you can see exactly where you are in the property. And then you click on the spot, move forward. And then we move into here. And you can see it's got the exposure here. This was a really, 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 really bright day. So it's actually done really, really well here. But if we go into the kitchen, like so, you'll see the exposure outside and the exposure inside is spot on. It's really, really, really good. So we'll move forward to here. There you go. So you've got a nice exposure outside. You can see the sky, you can see the clouds, everything there. If we go to here, and then we can go outside as well, just like so. And then it's put spots to go back indoors on the door here. So you can also choose whether you want to go indoors or outdoors here. So you've got the house and you've got the garden. And then if we go back into here, there is also a measurement tool. So we can go into measurement mode. So if we wanted to measure here to here, there we go. We've got the measurement, and then we can do here to here. And then we've got the information button. So you click on the information button, and then it will show you details of the property. You can share the link, and you can even click on this to share the current view you're in if you want people to see a specific area or room. And there's a get in touch button. So this will basically be all of your agent's information on here. Moving on, we've got these still photos. Now, these just blew my mind when I first saw them. They were just incredible. If I click on this one here, the quality is just astonishing. Really, really good exposure. Nice, bright and airy, just how I like it. Sometimes people say my images are too bright, but I like them like that. This one in particular is a fantastic shot. So you can see what I meant earlier on about it looks like the images were taken with a DSLR mirrorless camera. And again, you've got the exposure absolutely spot on outside. And then you've got a video which they put together. I won't download that for now, but it's basically like just a short video of the virtual tour. And I think there's a slideshow in there as well. You can also download the point cloud data for your tour. I'm not sure that that's a paid extra. It may be, but yeah, so don't count on it that that's included. But yeah, the option is there for you. And then at the top, we've got these different settings. So I'm just going to click on project settings. So this is basically where you put your property address, the property type and floor count and bedroom count and all that sort of stuff. So you put all of your information in here. You can do a profile image, so that will probably be your agent's image. So that's all nice and detailed. You've got property description. Now this is all done with AI. Now I did run a property description on here, and it thought, because initially I put that it was only on one floor. I forgot to change it, and I did change it, but it's still pulling through that it's on a single floor. So what I would do is I always take AI with a bit of a pinch of salt. So get it to process the description for you, and then you can just edit it to your liking. So this is brilliant. This feature here, this property website and listing spotlight that are currently in beta. But from what I've used, they work really well. Listing spotlight basically creates social media posts for you, ready to go. So this is really, really useful for the agents that you work with. And then you've also got a website that it will create. So once you've published it, if I click on preview, there we go. So it's just loading it up. It's got this little intro that you can play, which is really nice. And then you just skip that. And then there we go. So you've got a nice website with the details here, contact button, gallery, property details, virtual tour, floor plan, and a map. So we click on gallery. We're already here, so there's only a few photos in there. Details, we move further down. You can find out more, and it shows you the details there. Virtual tour is here. So that's all loaded up nicely. And cross out of that. And then moving further down, you've got the floor plan and the location, and then a final call to action contact button at the bottom. I think that's just brilliant. I've not seen any other companies do that. And again, this is all about sort of saving time and creating something that, you know, your clients are going to be wowed at and bring you in some more money. So I think that pretty much covers the dashboard itself. So let's move on. So I hope you enjoyed that. I think you'd agree that it's pretty clean, pretty easy to use, and the results are impressive. So let's just recap on the benefits of the Giraffe 360 Go Cam. So it's incredibly easy to use. You've got very, very high quality results, automated delivery, so there's no work for you, and you get 3 outputs in one shoot, so it saves you a ton of time. So it's fast, reliable, and makes you and your listings look very professional. I wanted to talk a little bit about pricing, because you're probably all thinking the same thing. Of course, this comes at a price, and the Giraffe system works slightly differently to other platforms. So basically, they have a leasing system in place, so you don't actually buy the camera itself. Instead, you sign up with them and pay a monthly fee for the camera of £99. You then pay on top of that, depending on how many properties you're going to be shooting over the year. So starting at £60 per month for up to 24 properties, moving all the way up to, I think it's 480 properties over the year. You have to be pretty busy to be shooting that, for £750 a month. So at £60 a month for 24 properties, that works out at £2.50 per property, which is pretty good. And at 480 properties, I think it works out at around £1.50 per property, £1.50, £1.60. So the best way to cover this charge is to charge the real estate agency or agent a monthly subscription per property to cover your costs on top of your photography shoot charge. Of course, how much you charge is completely up to you, but I'd probably go around the sort of £15 to £20 per month mark per property. And once you're signed up, they'll send you the camera and off you go. I think it's an interesting way to offer a product. It does come with one major benefit. If the camera breaks or breaks down, because let's admit it, technology is technology, but for what I've seen so far, it's built like an absolute tank, that camera. It's very, very good. But should it break down, then all you need to do is send it back to Giraffe, and they will send you a new one straight away. And this goes on for as long as you pay the monthly payment. And from experience, I know that there are quite a few photographers out there that want to give property photography a go, but then they back out. So leasing is a great option for people who want to dip their toes into the property photography pond, as to say, and then they're free to cancel it and back out, send the camera back, and everything's fine. So if you are interested in registering for Giraffe 360, then I'll leave my consultant link in the description below. If you could use that, I would really appreciate it. It costs you nothing more, but I do get a kickback from Giraffe, which really helps to support the channel. So if you do use that link, then thanks in advance. Well, I think that just about covers everything. If you found this review helpful, do please drop a like below, which only takes a second, and let me know in the comments what you think of the camera and also what you're using at the moment. I do try and message as many people back as possible. And if you're feeling even more generous and have a bit more time, not that it takes that much longer, but if you want to see more content like this, then please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell, as I've got a lot more content coming up soon. So it finally leaves me to say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.